Hi everyone, Andre here with Baseball Canada along with Wayne, and today Wayne, I'd like to talk about the Emergency Action Plan. And for you who have been through some of Baseball Canada clinics, you would have been exposed to the Emergency Action Plan at some point. And for you also thinking about being a certified coach at some point, you have to know that the Emergency Action Plan is a requirement also as part of your portfolio in order to become certified. So the question for you, Wayne, today is what's part of an emergency action plan, and what should coaches at home know about the AAP?
The key thing here is, Andre, that coaches have to be proactive. It's easy to set up an emergency action plan identifying your training and competitive site and the local hospital in that area, but if you're coaching with a traveling team and going to different sites to train or compete, you need to know what the plan is should something go sideways at one of those sites. So you need to know whether the actual community center has a plan in place. Mm-hmm. If not, you have to build one.
Right.
And that is as simple as identifying the address of the training or competing site and the local hospital, drawing that out and keeping it in your coach's bag or binder or somewhere that is accessible to yourself or anybody else that might have to be called into action during an emergency.
Perfect. Should your emergency action plan include some roles and responsibilities about who should do ABC?
Yeah, and again, as we talk about in the training for the EAP, we have a call person and we have a charge person. The charge person is the person that takes over the site and moves the other athletes away when somebody becomes injured. And they then give the signal to the call person to make the call to emergency services if required. Some of the things that the call person has to take into consideration, again, is where is the emergency action plan? That information, or the information contained in that plan, talks about the address for the site. One of the critical things, if it's a large facility, is what is the best access for emergency personnel to get to where the injured athlete is. Because
that could be confusing for an ambulance to go to a place that is really, really wide as far as territory, or to find the exact place where the injury.
Exactly. There might be 4 or 8 baseball diamonds in a facility, and you need to be able to tell them, come to baseball diamond number 4, there's an access road off of this street, and that type of information is really important.
So to conclude on that as well, part of your roles and responsibilities as coaches is you need to make sure that you have a first aid kit. And I would like to, and if you agree with me, I think the most important element of that is make sure that you restock what you are using during the course of the year so you don't end up short-handed at some point.
Yeah, common things like the dry breakable ice packs, those are things that get used frequently, and you should always make sure you have enough of those in your first aid kit.
So as injuries, problems could happen during the course of the year, really important to be ready, have an emergency action plan available at any time for those situations when they happen.